Hey everyone, I'm Noelle from YATTＡ BARRE, and this is a full body bar workout. All you'll need today is a light set of weights and a support such as a bar, back of a chair, countertop, or wall, and make sure that you have a floor space such as a yoga mat. So if you're ready to shake, sweat, and have some fun, let's go. We'll get started standing with our feet hip width apart and parallel. Keep your knees soft, check your alignment, find your center, find your awareness. We'll begin with an inhale. Arms come up and exhale down. Inhale, exhale, filling up the lungs. Our breath is important for this workout. Establish that connection right away. We're gonna add a rise with the feet. So inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Good. Stretching through the knees now as we lift and lower. Big inhale. Exhale. Shoulders stay down. A lot of power and energy in those arms, both directions. Inhale. Exhale. Sort of finding our balance here as we start. Two more. Exhale. Inhale. Good. On the next one, let's see if we can just find the balance at the top. Reaching high, press your shoulders down. Keep your rib cage in. Try not to arch through the back. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, lift the kneecaps up. Rising high onto those tippy toes. Good. Stay here. 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly, with control, lower those heels coming back to the ground. Good. Keeping the arm movements. We lift and lower, making it a little bit faster. Good. As you lower the arms, we're going to take a little bit of a plie. Lift and plie. Keeping the hips underneath ourselves so it's not a squat. Keeping the heels connected to the ground. Making sure those knees track over the toes. Good. Keep that breath going. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the arms down, add a shoulder roll. Up and plie. Up and plie. Good. Working through any tension that we're holding on to in the upper body. Driving those shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the way back. Same thing, we're gonna bring it forward. As we warm up, it's a great time to find your intention for your workout today. Any goals that you've been really moving towards, keep that in the forefront of your mind. Stay here, just lift and lower. Little faster tempo. Now we're just taking a shoulder shrug with a micro bend. Releasing any energy on that drop. Drop. Feeling the fingertips almost shake as it releases. Good. 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Walk those feet out a little bit wider. Coming into a slight narrow position. Feet can slightly turn out. Hands to prayer. Squat. Got it. For 2 and up. For 2. This time we're sending the hips behind us as if you're going to sit onto a chair. A good way to check your weight is to wiggle those toes at the bottom, wanting to make sure that you're carrying it behind you, and then you're pulling everything up. Using the hamstrings, using those glutes. Good, 2 more. Last one here. Good, speed it up, we're gonna add the arms. We lift and squat, lift and squat. Nothing changes in the lower half of the body. Keeping the shoulders down away from the ears, so try not to shrug it up. Keep it nice and low. Working on those posture muscles. Keep going, we'll wait for that new beat. Lift and lower, good. On the next one, stay down. Bring your hands to prayer, take a little pulse. Again, you can wiggle those toes. Keeping a nice long spine. Stay here, we rotate right. Rotate for 2 and back to center. Left, rotate and center. Keep pressure between the hands so the elbows stay lifted. Feeling that rotation in the spine. Carry the gaze with you. Everything from the hips to the toes stays still. twisting in the torso. Speed it up. It's rotate, center, rotate, center. Exhale as you twist.
Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet.
Good. 4 more. Here's 4.
I'm in love with your body.
3.
And last night you were in my room.
2.
And now my bed sheets smell like.
And 1. Bring it centered. Pulse it. 10. Here's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On 10. Slowly extend up. Give those legs a shake. Walk them underneath you. Hip width. Hands to the hips. Knee lifts. Bring it up and up. Time to increase that heart rate a little bit so we can activate and burn through those calories today. Driving the knee up to the chest. Really have an explosive foot movement, pointing the toes nice and strong as they leave the ground. Hands stack over palm. We're gonna add a little upper body crunch, crunch, and crunch. I'll face sideways here. It's not very big. I just want you to think about the upper abs. Navel pulls in, almost like you could tap your knee to your palms. We're gonna add on here, taking 2 kicks, 2 knee lifts. So we lift, we kick, we lift. On the kick, we add a punch. Crunch it forward, punch it across, crunch, crunch, little cross punch. The kick does not need to be high. We're just working on a little bit of dynamic movement here. Firing up through the abs, getting the upper and lower body working together. Coordination here. Trying to stay in the exact same spot, replacing the foot every time. Good. Just keep those kicks. Kick cross, kick cross. Bring it back. Bringing those arms up overhead now. We're gonna add a drive down with the elbows. Pull and lift. 10 here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing. 5 lifted higher. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. We're gonna take it to the ground. Continue finding our core muscles. Lie yourself down on the mat. Resting your head, feet are flat. Pull your knees into your chest. Take an inhale. On the exhale, curl the upper body, moving into a tight ball. Reach the fingertips forward. Carry the legs to a tabletop position, making sure the knees are over the hips, ankles in line with the knees. We pump it out here to start. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Imagine you're smacking water on either side, keeping the chin lifted off the chest. You can even stare down at those abs, pressing lower. Your breath is important here. It's really gonna find that ab engagement. Good. We inhale, pump to tabletop. We exhale, pump, extend. Inhale, tabletop. Pump, extend. Inhale. And exhale, reaching those toes long in the opposite directions. Good, let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Holding the exhale 10 times. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Lifting the legs up, rest the head down. Take an inhale. On the exhale, loose grip on the thighs, curling the upper body nice and high. From here, we curl up, hold. Curl up, hold. So very little pressure on the back of the legs, but you have an opportunity here to maybe use a little resistance to get those shoulders even higher. Good, hold the curl, arms forward, right leg lowers. We curl, we lift the right leg lowers. Curl, curl. Good, 2 more on this side. Only going as low as your lower abs can support on the right. On the next one, lower the leg. Reach the arms forward, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Bring the leg back up, we take it to the left side. It's lower. Curl, curl, and the fingertips reach, reach. Good.
Keeping the hips stable. Try not to wiggle side to side. One more on this side. Lower. Curl. Curl and lift. We hold that lower. We reach it forward. 10 curls. 1, 2. Breathing. 3. Exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Scissor switch. Hold. Switch on 1. Switch on 2. Here's 3. Lifting up a little bit higher. 4. Loose grip behind the calf. 5, 6, 7. 3 more. Or 8, 9. Take a tempo on 10. Here we go. It's switch and switch. Maybe reaching those arms forward. Try not to sway in the hips. Strong. Upper body stays contracted. Arms behind the head. We cross. Cross. Switch. Switch. Good. There we go. We caught that beat. Here's 1, 2. Long. 3, 4, 5, 6. Elbows wide. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gently release. Hopefully you felt those abs fire up. Extending those limbs long. Reach overhead, reaching those toes. Roll over onto your mat. We're gonna move into a small plank series. So come up onto your forearms, whether you like to press your hands down like this or clasp your hands. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Tucking your toes, pull your core together. Lifting yourself up into a modified plank to start. Checking your form. Hips are low and driven forward. Pull the abs in, scoop the navel all the way up. From here, drive into the toes and extend those legs, moving into a low plank. Inhale and exhale. Long lines of energy from the crown of the head to the bottoms of those feet. If being in a lifted plank like this is ever too much, just lower those knees, keeping yourself here. Working through this is just as important in a modified position as it is in a full extended plank. Stay here, add some movement. Right leg lifts and lower. Lift and lower. Hip bones face straight down like headlights. Good. Left leg lift, lower, lift, lower. Alternate. Right and left. Right and left. A little bit faster. Lift, lift. Staying solid, like a corset is wrapping around your torso. Abs pulled all the way in. Breathe. Breathe 10 times for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Stay here, extending up to a full plank. Find your perfect form. Reaching long. Big inhale. Exhale, puffing out through the upper back. Pulling the core together, squeeze your quads. Good. Push and lift those hips up to downward dog. Stretching through those heels, driving them to the ground. Adjusting yourself, finding the stretch in the calf, finding a slight release in the abs. Pushing that floor away. Stay very active here. Shift to plank, 2 counts. Forward for 2. Downward dog for 2. Forward for 2. Downward dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On the next one, stay forward in plank. Right knee pulls to the chest. Pull in. Pulse. Pulse. Place it down. Left knee pulls in. Pulse. Pulse. Repeat. Little bit faster. Right knee. Left knee. 2 more slow. Good. We're gonna kick it up. Here we go. It's in and in. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On 10. Gently set those knees down. Pull your heels to your seat. Weight is forward. Moving right into those push-ups. It's down for 2 and up for 2. Elbows drive 45 degrees behind you. Leading with the chest. 1 more slow. We pulse it down 3, 1. Down 2. Down 3. Press up 1. Down 1.
down 2, down 3, and up. Go as low as you can control today. Good, 10 pulses low. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing. 6, stay strong. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Push, shift back. Stretch it out, taking a release. Big inhale, fill up those lungs. And exhale and release. Rolling up through the spine. I am absolutely dripping already, so let's stand up and we'll continue with our upper body. All right, grab your light set of weights. If you don't have weights today, no worries. I've left some suggestions down in that description box. But if you're not using weights, that is also great too. Grab your light set of weights or other alternative equipment, or nothing at all, and we will head right into our upper body. I'll face sideways to start. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Knees are soft. Take a slight hinge forward and allow the weights to dangle in front of you. Let's rotate, palms forward. From here, we extend back in the tricep and lower 2. Again, it's back for 2 and lower. 2 more slow. We are leading with straight arms. We want to keep those shoulders all the way down. Good, single out. It's lift and lower, lift and lower. Both directions have control. Hold the lift, just squeeze up and up. At the same time, you're reaching those arms long behind you. Try to squeeze those arms in towards the midline behind you. Good, 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those arms back down. Bring them in front of you like we started. Bicep curl, up for 2, and lower for 2. In this hinge, the weight's gonna feel a little bit heavier. So use the core muscles to pull away from the ground. Keep the spine nice and long, nice and supported. Here we go, single it up. It's bent, extend. Think about the bicep muscle. Think about that contraction. Hold the bend 90 degrees, little pulses up and up. Squeezing the bicep, squeezing the bicep. So this is where that tension is. Squeeze, squeeze. Good, 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Length into an extension, we combo. We lift, lower, bicep curl, extend. Lift, lower, bicep curl, extend. Good, last one. Awesome, hold the extension, stand yourselves up, give yourself a shoulder roll. Palms face you now, weights are low. We open to a V, to a T, to a V, and close. It's V, T, V, and close. Be very precise about that shape and about that movement. Eliminate any swing, any force. Good, hold the V, little pulse, and pulse. Imagine there's something you're pressing away with the back of the hands, the tops of the arms. Good, we're gonna change the dynamic. Now we squeeze and open, squeeze and open. So imagine now you're pushing something in towards your body. You want to feel engagement along the side, near the lats, down along the back muscles, bringing those shoulder blades in. Good, hold it down, bend the arms 90 degrees like you're holding a steering wheel. We open and close. Elbows stay into the rib cage, working on external rotation from the shoulders. Be mindful that you're not opening up the rib cage, so try not to arch the back here to get more range. This is where you are, where you're at. Hold it open, we punch out, pull in, punch out, pull in. Resistance on the way out to lengthen through the arms and squeeze the elbows into the rib cage. Out and in. On the next one, hold it, up, little lifts, up and up. Migrating those arms in towards the midline of the body. Keeping your weight forward on the toes. Lower the arms slightly. Bicep curls, in and out. Now I want you to feel this into the triceps a little bit more. So we want to get the lengthen in the arm. Big pull in the bicep, lengthen in the tricep. Little smaller, bend and stretch, bend and stretch. See if you can see that movement. Straight, straight. Try not to lean back as that weight gets heavier and those arms get tired. Good, 90 degrees, bringing them up so that you're framing your face nice and perfectly. Circle, circle. You should feel some burning now in the upper part of those shoulders. Stay with it. Hold it here, squeeze, in, hold. Squeeze, hold. 2 more, squeeze. Squeeze, take it, tempo. In and in, breathing. Shoulders down. Hold the squeeze, we press up and up. This is it to finish. Stay with me, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, give those shoulders a roll, send those arms down. Mine were burning towards the end. And let's take a stretch. Carry the right arm across, hook it with that left elbow. Gently pull the arm in as you press the shoulder down. Big inhale. And exhale. Bringing the arm up and over, bending in the arm. Grab the elbow. Apply gentle pressure, stretch out that tricep. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here, take a little bit of a side bend, reaching up and over, lengthen through the right part of the body. Good, bring yourself up, switch sides, crossing that left arm, hook it with the elbow, drive the shoulder down. Big inhale. Exhale. Bring the arm up and back, bending at the elbow, apply gentle pressure. Taking a stretch here, reaching those fingertips back along the spine. Side bend if you'd like, reaching up and over, lengthen through the left side of the body. Good, bringing yourself up. Give those arms a shake, and we're gonna head right into thigh work. All right, moving right into those legs, you will need a support, so have it on one side of you. This is a double-sided workout, so we're gonna either turn around or move our support to the other side for that second section. Feet will be hip distance apart and parallel. Soft bend in your knees. Lifting the heels off the ground, coming into a nice high tippy-toe position, and knees drive over top of those toes. Back is nice and long, hand to the hip, shoulders down. We drop down and hold. Drop, hold. Just to get into these legs, finding that transition in the mind so that we can connect with this new group of muscles. And nice, slow tempo, pulse down so we can feel that alignment, we can feel that connection established. Let's speed it up, just pulse and pulse. Getting into the tops of those thighs. Keeping a loose grip on your support, careful not to lift this inside shoulder. Everything is down and nice and taut. Good, it's down, 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 and up. It's down 1, down 2, down 3, lift up on 1. One more here. Good, find your halfway point. Extend the outside arm forward, for me it's my right. And now I'm going to extend my right leg. Foot is flexed, leg is straight. I lift, up and hold, up and hold. We're taking a huge challenge right out the gate here by keeping our left tippy toe up. If at any point that supporting leg is too much, simply lower that leg and continue. So we lift up, hold, take a tempo, lift, and lift. If you're balancing up on that left tippy toe, your balance is gonna be challenged. That supporting thigh is going to be challenged. Hold, lift, arm up, then stretch, then stretch. Tiny bend, big extension, kicking the heel forward. Hold it straight, 10 pulses in the left leg. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stay tall, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Gently release. See if you can stay there. I'm gonna turn into my bar. Hand to the hip. Weaver, down holds. Down holds. Good. Finding the connection as we move to the second side. You keep going. I'm going to now just flip around so you can see me. But I wanted to keep that transition fast. Eliminate that rest. Good. We take it tempo, pulse, and pulse. Remember, there's power in these small movements. Good, hold the pulse. We go down 1, down 2, down 3, up on 1. As you push this range of motion, you should feel some shakiness happen, feeling those thighs literally light up. Hot muscles, big changes coming. Last one. Good, find your halfway point. Shift your weight now, extending my left leg. Arm is forward. Nice and slow, lift up and hold. Lift up and hold. I'm working at about 45 degrees here on my lifted leg side. Feel free to lift it as high as you'd like, so long as that you can keep the shoulders and the hips stacked and a strong support. Take a tempo, lift and lift. You should be able to let go of that bar, even if it's just for half a second, showing that you are in alignment, in balance, keeping your form. Hold the lift, arm up, bend stretch. Tall spine. Open up your heart, shoulders down. Squeezing from this left quad. Straight, straight. Hold it there, we pulse with the right leg. Tiny pulse and pulse. Option to stay still if the movement's too much. Halfway for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Stay there, replace your foot, balance yourself out. See if you can release both arms. We drop down and hold. Down and hold. 2 more. I'm shaking. Here we go. 10 little pulses. 1, 2, 3. Arm to the bar if you need it. Here's 5, 6. A little lower. 7. Stay there. 8, 9, and 10. Gently release. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. Moving into our next thigh. I'm going to adjust my support so that you can see me. I prefer that you face your support, or you're going to have to switch sides again. Your choice. Heels together, toes apart. Let's find that first position. We'll start by taking the right foot and stepping it forward so that the heel of the right foot is in line with the arch of the left foot. Rise all the way up to the tippy toes and bend yourself, opening into a nice staggered position. Knees over toes, heels turn in so the heels are facing forward. Inner thighs engaged, external rotators engaged. Loose grip on the bar. We start with the tuck. It's tuck and hold. Tuck and hold. Now that I've got you set up, I'll give you a little bit of a different view. Tuck and hold. Tuck and hold. Good. Take it tempo. Tuck. Tuck. As I tuck forward, make sure you're not closing the legs. You stay nice and open and you're rotating that pelvic bone under and under. And your abs pull in, pull in. Hold it here, pulse down and down. Transition, bringing that right arm behind the head, elbows nice and wide. 4 more pulses, 4, 3, 2, stay low on 1. We side bend for 2 and up for 2. Side bend and lift. Again, happens in the torso, in the waistline. 1 more slow. Good, take it tempo, bend and up, bend and up. Try not to lean or shift the hips. So keep it small. Good, little pulses down, down. Back to center, arm up, press the right knee back, back. Just that front leg. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay there, bringing your feet together into a nice high first position. Heels are touching, knees are open, press both knees back and back. We transition here. Let's do 10 and then we switch sides. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sink lower, 6, open it up, 7, 8, 9, on 10. All I'm gonna do is shift that left foot forward, now coming into my staggered turnout position. Center yourself, tuck under, hold. Tuck under, hold. Making sure that your weight is evenly distributed, front and back, like there's a pole running straight down. Good, take it tempo, tuck, tuck. Hold the tuck, bring the arm behind the head, side bend for 2, up for 2, bend, and lift. Working the left waistline now. Stay low in those legs, working those external rotators. Good, speed it up, it's bend, and lift. Using your ab muscles to pull you back on center. We pulse it down, little pulse. Good, here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On 10, coming back to center, arm up, left knee, press back and back. 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On 10, hands to the bar. Move that foot back, finding your high first position. Option to keep your hands on the bar or bring those arms out in front of you. Bringing them up overhead. Good, we can sit down and down and down. Pinching those heels, nice and tight. Heels must be connected. Knees open, over those toes. 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ribs in, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gently release, give those legs a shake, and we'll head into a thigh stretch. Coming down onto your spot, making sure those knees are right underneath those hips. Stepping your right foot forward, hinge over, placing your hands down, and then adjust your feet, wiggling them forward and back to come into a low supported lunge. Very gently and with ease, no discomfort, allow yourself to find the stretch. Pressing your hips down a little bit lower, left hip forward, right hip back. On your next inhale, lifting the upper body, placing your hands on your thigh. Right hip back, left hip forward, and actively push into that right heel. Big inhale, and exhale. On the next inhale, reaching those arms up overhead, hands to heart center. Take another inhale, and on the exhale, spinal rotation, hooking the elbow on the outside of the knee, pressing in at the chest, lift the abs, look over that right shoulder. Good, carefully unwind, place your hands on either side. Tucking that back toe, extending up to a runner's lunge. Stay here, big inhale. And exhale. Gentle rock. Forward for 2, and back for 2. Keep the abs lifted. Good, gently dropping the knee. Reach that right arm up and back. See if you can grab the opposite foot and carefully pull that heel a little bit closer. Keep your weight forward so you stretch in that left quad. And if you'd like, you can anchor the shoulder down so you can square up the shoulders and keep those hips low. One more big inhale. And exhale, gently release, shift your weight back, flexing through that front foot. Open up that hamstring, big inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, straight spine, and then curve at the end, folding over, carrying your chest over that right thigh, pulling the right hip back, left hip forward. Strong flex of those right toes. You can open up the underside of the calf and the Achilles. Big inhale. And exhale. Good, use your hands, scoop that leg around. Switching sides, left leg forward. Hinge over, carefully wiggle yourself into a stretch. Keeping that knee down. Be gentle, have patience with your flexibility today. Pushing into that front foot, inhale, lifting the upper body, hands to the thighs. Now this time your right hip pulls forward, your left hip pulls back, so you can keep an even pelvis, abs zip up in the front. On your next inhale, arms lift up, reaching for the sky. Hands to heart center. Another big inhale. And exhale, rotate. Elbow to the outside of that knee. Spinal twist. Coming back to center. Placing your hands down, tucking that right toe, extending up into a runner's lunge. If you're not comfortable here, you can stay down and just sink in, melt into the stretch a little bit deeper. If you're lifted, use your quad. We rock forward for 2 and back for 2. Inhale. Exhale. Actively push away from the ground on that left heel. Good. Gently lower the knee. Reach the left arm around. Grabbing that right toe. Carefully pull your heel in a little bit closer. Keeping your hips pressed down. Rotate so you can close the shoulders off. One more big inhale. And gently release. Shift your weight back, flexing that left foot. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, chest hinges over. Pulling those toes back from the Achilles all the way to the base of that hamstring by the glutes. Feel that stretch. Good, and pulling that leg underneath you. Meet me in tabletop. Place your hands one hand length in front. Tucking your toes. Send your hips up and back for a downward dog. Visualize that triangle position. The navel's at the top of that tip of the triangle, pulling all the way in and up. Heels drive down, shoulders are down, pushing the ground away. Let's walk the dog, little walk, and walk. Heels press down, navel pulls up, big inhale, big exhale. Very slowly walking your feet in to meet your hands. Bend your knees if you need to. Collapse over top of those legs. Take a big inhale and exhale. Initiate from the navel, pulling the abs in, keeping the weight forward in your toes as you slowly roll up, stacking spine over spine. Shoulders, and finally head. All right, I hope you felt the release. Now we're gonna move into that booty. All right, we're gonna move through 2 booty exercises today. We will work the right and the left side standing, and then we'll work the right and the left side on the ground. Coming to your support with your left hand on your support, feet will be heels together, toes apart, so you're in that first position. Take a soft bend of your knees. Let's place that outside hand on the hip. I like to think of a clock. So 12 o'clock is in front of you, 6 o'clock is behind you. Let's start by extending that right leg all the way back behind us to about 4 or 5 o'clock. It's straight and it's pointed. Pulling the hips underneath so you add resistance to the glutes. Abs are in, shoulders stacked. We move that right foot back to 6, back to 4. Let's find that feet. It's back for 6 and squeeze to 4. Resistance both ways. My toe is just hovering off of the ground. And I want you to think that as you squeeze it behind you, you're using the power in the inside glute muscles where the hamstring connects and rests. Inside, like there'd be a ball between your legs. Hold it to the side, back diagonal. Let's lift 1, lift 2, lift 3, and tap. Lift 1, 2, 3, and tap. 2 more. Good, slow it down, just lift up, hold. Lift up, hold. Staying strong over that stabilized left side. Keeping that left knee soft. Good. Little lifts to tempo, up and up. I like to almost wrap my hands sometimes around my waist like a seatbelt. Reminds me to really keep my abs pulled away from my arm. Right leg's all the way straight. Good, arm out to second. We slide it now to 3, slide it back to 6, around to 3, and back to 6. When I slide my leg to 3 o'clock, I'm actually keeping it into a parallel position and then turning it out. So there's a little bit of a parallel. Open, rotate, turn it out. On the next one, hold it parallel. So now, my knee and my toes face forward, keeping the arm out to second, 3 lifts. It's up 1, up 2, up 3, and lower. A little higher every time. We want no compensation in the back. I'm gonna change my angle so you can see me. Lift. Good, slow it down. Lift up and hold. Lift up and hold. Feeling the outside of that glute fire up. Arm long, we lift up for 2 and over for 2. Up and over. Good, adding a little bit of a side lean as you reach back, reach, up. Squeezing the obliques. On the next one, holding your position. Little lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. So upper and lower is crunching together in the middle. Good, stay long, feel the fire in that side booty. 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Great work, let's flip it over. I'm gonna spin around for this setup and face backwards just so you have a different angle. This time my right hand is on the bar. Heels are together, toes are apart. Softly bend those knees. If 12 o'clock is in front and 6 o'clock is behind. My left leg is gonna go to a 7 or 8 o'clock diagonal. Tucking the hips, pull the abs in, hover the toe, we squeeze. Back to 6, open to 7 or 8. Maintaining the turnout with this squeeze. These are the inside muscles we want to build. Squeeze and open. Good. 2 more. Keep going. I'm going to flip around. On the next one, meet me in this back diagonal. 3 lifts. Up 1, up 2, up 3, and lower. Up 1, up 2, up 3. Movements are small. Movements are controlled. Energy through the toes. 1 more. Nice and slow, lift up and hold. Up and hold. As you tuck the tailbone forward and you use the external rotators, reaching long, you should feel a ton of power happening on the side curve of that seat. Little tempo, up and up. Good, here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Open the arm to side. We move side to 9, back to 6. Side to 9, parallel, rotate to 6, parallel 9, rotate 6, staying strong on the supporting side. Hold this one side, we lift up, and lower. I can really feel my supporting side start to fatigue. So I was leaning a little bit, try to stay lifted, up, and lower. 1 more. Good. Take it up and hold. Lift and hold. I don't know if you can see my right leg is shaking. Good. Now we reach overhead. Squeeze up for 2. Reach for 2. Squeeze. And lift it. On the next one, hold your squeeze, hold your lift, little up and up. Stay in it, 5, 4, 8, 1, 2, come on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo, that leg almost gave out on me. Awesome beauty work. Let's take it to the ground for more. All right, for our next booty work, we're going to be lying flat on our space. So come down with your stomach and the front of your body on the ground. Palm over palm and rest your head down. Legs are behind you. I'm gonna turn my head to the side just so you can hear me. But what I want you to think is that you're going to lift your abs away from the mat. Pull your navel all the way in and see if you can create space between your mat and the stomach. Now, if you can't, it's totally fine. I'm focused on the thought. I want you to visualize and think about what that means. The power that it would take to pull your stomach and your abs away from the mat. We need to sustain that through this workout. That is going to protect our lower back and give our booty and our hamstrings all the work. So if your head is rested, pull the abs away, thinking about pulling them away. Tuck your tailbone slightly forward to help with that action. Bend your right heel and flex your foot, pulling your heel all the way into the right booty. Keeping the left leg firmly pressed into the ground. So our right side is going to be our active side. Starting here, keeping your forehead down, we extend the right leg out for 2 and bend for 2. Establishing mind-body connection to start, thinking about the right booty and the right hamstring. Good, hold it in, we squeeze, in, hold. Squeeze, hold. Imagine there was a ball between your calf and your hamstring. You can even reach around if you'd like to get some feedback for yourself. You want to feel all the tightness around the hamstring and the booty. Squeeze, hold. Squeeze, hold. 2 times, squeeze, in and hold. Squeeze, squeeze and hold. Each one is tighter, tighter, tightest. Tighter, tightest. If you feel like you have a good amount of support and you'd like to just extend the arms a little bit, applying pressure so that you can open up the chest and you can be in this position. I'm just very concerned. We don't want any of this to go into the back muscles, so you need to keep those abs lifted and away. Good, take a tempo. Squeeze, squeeze. Hold the squeeze. Now we lift the right thigh. Up and hold. Up and hold. If the thigh doesn't lift, again, it's all about the thought. What would it take to lift the thigh? A ton of squeezing motions happening, lifting like a string is pulling it up from here. Lift, hold. Lift, hold. Take a tempo. Lift, lift. Tempo, up, 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 up. Faster pumps. Nice work. Hold it there. Point your toe. Extend for 2 and bend for 2. Getting a little bit of a release. Pull it back together. Out for 2. New beat. On the next one, hold it with a pointed toe. Little pump. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Hold this squeeze. Now we lift. Up, 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 up. This is where we finish. Digging a little bit deeper. Keeping the squeeze. So try to pull that heel into the booty. Abs up. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gently release. Extending that leg out. Give a little bit of a shake. Maybe press your hands into the ground. Shift back into a child's pose. Take a stretch. Release the spine. Awesome. Moving back into that position, I'm going to spin around so you can see my working side. So coming down, palm over palm, rest your head. Tuck your abs, pull your navel all the way in. Find the exact same position. Right leg pushes down. Bending the left leg. Flex. Finding the hamstring. We extend out. For 2 and in. For 2. You know what's coming. This should be slightly more familiar now. See if you can dig a little bit deeper or mimic the same feeling that you had on the right side here on the left. Hold it bent. We squeeze. In, hold. In, hold. Don't be shy if you want to reach around. See if you can feel these muscles nice and tight here. Squeeze, hold. Squeeze, hold. 2 times. In, in. In, in. Eliminate any release, so the hamstring is always active. The glutes are always squeezed. So imagine this muscle is as tight as it can be, solid as a rock. Take a tempo, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it here, we lift up and hold. Now trying to get that left thigh off of the ground. Pull your abs up. If you're comfortable, you can take that slight elevated position. Take a tempo. Lift, lift, up, up. A little bit faster, pump it up, 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 up. Feel that burn getting in deeper. Point your foot, extend. For 2, and in. A little bit of a chance to release, not a rest, just a release. On the next one, pulling, heel to seat. See if you can keep the thigh up. Squeeze, squeeze. Kick it up to tempo. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Coming into the end here. You caught that new beat. Poke it up, it's up, 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 up. Big burn, here we go, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. Nice work. All right, let's take a glute stretch. Hands underneath those shoulders, pushing back. Take a quick child's pose. Rolling up through the spine. Carry your feet around. Extend your legs out in front of you, bending the right leg. Insole to thigh or cross it over for a figure 4 stretch. Opening up that knee. Big inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold over top of the body. I feel like I have very tight glutes today. This stretch is very intense, so use your breath to carry yourself a little bit lower. Good, rolling yourself up, switch sides, left foot inside, cross it over top, big inhale, pressing your left knee down, exhale, forward fold. Keep breathing through this stretch. Good, and rolling up. Extend your legs out in front of you now. A little bit of a shake. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping the legs straight actively so you can feel the hamstrings. Settle into that stretch. Allow your body weight to carry you over. No force, no extra pressure. And slowly rolling up. Great work. We're gonna stay on the ground and move into abs. All right, moving right along into ab work. Sit on your mat. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Loose grip underneath. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, round back, bringing yourself down into a supported seat curve. So tucking through the tailbone, abs are pulled all the way up, pressing flat. Relax through the shoulders. Loose grip underneath the legs. We start with a tuck. It's tuck and hold. Tuck and hold. So a slight movement in the pelvis, pulling it underneath, tucking it forward. Take it tempo. Tuck and tuck. Again, we want to establish that connection here with the core work as we move to absolutely burn out our powerhouse. Hold the tuck. Back hold. Little up. Back hold. Little up. Back. Little up. Back 1, 2, 3, little up. And you're going back by pushing your abs in a little bit deeper. Good, take a tempo, back an inch, up an inch, back an inch, up an inch. Hold it back, reaching the arms forward. Right arm pulls to your hip, punch forward. Pull hip, punch forward. Just pulling that arm back. Good, we're taking a twist now. So we pull, twist, and open. Pull, twist, and center. If adding the arm in the movement is too much, just take the arms over and back. Working on rotating through that torso. Hold it over, tuck it under, tuck, tuck. Good, bringing that left arm, matching your fists together at your waistline. Little rotate here, twist, twist. Thinking about bringing your left elbow towards the right side, shoulders down. 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Center out, we move to the left side. Left and reach. Nothing to move at first, just working through the arm movements. Now let's add the twist. Little twist, reach, twist, reach. As I twist, my right arm, my right side naturally just follows that movement. Hold it over, tuck it under, tuck. Good, fist to fist, retwist, over, over. Keep breathing, exhale, exhale. Feel like you're bringing out your waistline. 5 more, here's 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Both arms forward, both arms back, and forward. A little bit faster, back, forward, back, forward. Good, hold it back, tuck it under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 10. Oh, just so I don't hit my head, carefully lie yourself down. Feet are flat. Elbows are wide as your hands become behind your head. Take an inhale, nice and slow. Curl up for 2, and down for 2. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale down. Focusing on the upper part of that 6-pack. 2 more. Last one. We're working around the world. So we go right for 2, center for 2, left for 2, and down. 1 more, it's over to the right. 2 counts, center. 2 counts, left. 2 counts and down. Speed it up. We go right, center, left, down, right, center. 2 more. Elbows open. Circle it out around the world. 4 counts, so it's over. Circle.
See if we can speed this up. Keep it small and tight. Two more. Good, bring yourself centered. Big inhale, we take it to the left. So left for 2, center for 2, right for 2, and down. Left, 2 counts, center, 2 counts, right. One more. Single it up. It's left, center, right, and down. Trying to keep your hips and your feet nice and square. Good. 4 counts, make it smooth. Circle around. 2, 3, 4. Around. 2, 3, 4. One more slow. Kidding, one more slow. Smaller, faster. Here we go around. Elbows open. 2 more. Bring it center. Crunch it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elbows wide. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Set your hands down. Bringing one and then both legs up to a tabletop position. Making sure your knees are over your hips, ankles in line with those toes. And knees. We dip our toes down, down for 2, and up for 2. Notice that the angle between my knees and my feet and my hamstrings and glutes stay the same. Don't bend from the knees, hinge from the hips. Single taps, right and left, tap and tap. Finding those lower ab muscles, keeping your lower back connected and supported. 4 more, here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend both legs up, flexing through the feet. Lower the legs, 4 counts, it's down, 2, 3, 4, point and lift. 2, 3, 4, flex and lower. Point and lift. Flex and lower. Keep your legs nice and straight, only going as low as you can control it with the lower back. Last one. Point and lift. Good. From here, take those lower tucks. It's up and up. Trying to reach your toes directly to the ceiling. Apply pressure in your hands. Drive your lower abs all the way in and in. Legs straight. Toes up. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Awesome work. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. We will finish with some stretching. Arms and legs extend long in opposite directions. Arch through the back. Like you just woke up in the morning. Good, and release. Pull your right knee into your chest. Left leg is nice and long. Roll your ankle a few times one way and a few times another way. Extending the leg all the way up. Make sure it's straight. Flex through the point. Flex through the foot. Point through the foot. I like to hold the flex and then gently guide that leg in a little bit closer. Find the stretch on the hamstring, on the back of the leg. Start to lower your heart rate with some big inhales and big exhales. You're finished with all of the intensity, and now we get to find some release. Increase your flexibility. Closing your eyes, you can just find an internal focus. Bring awareness to your breath. Good, open the leg to the side a few inches. Just enough to open up the inside of the thigh and the groin.
Good, bringing the leg back up. Bending the left knee in and crossing your legs over top of each other. Hug your knees into your chest. Just take an inhale and an exhale. And then very gently allow your legs to sit. Twist over to your left side. Reach your right arm out or cactus your arms. Getting a spinal twist here. Look to the right, legs to the left. Good, using your core muscles, squeeze to bring those legs back to center. Left leg long on the ground, right leg, one more final stretch, center, big inhale. Exhale, pull it closer. And gently release, slide your right leg down, left leg in. Give yourself some ankle rolls, one way, and change directions. Extending the leg up all the way straight. Maybe to 90 degrees to start. Take some flex and points.
I want it.
I like to hold the flex for a deeper stretch. Pulling that leg in a little bit closer. If you have TheraBands or a towel nearby, like such, this can be a great way to help you stretch if flexibility is challenging for you. You can use that resistance to work your flexibility, opening up those muscles and joints. Just a little bit, open it to the side, finding that inner groin, inner thigh. Breathe through. Open up any of those sticky spots. Carrying the leg back to center, bending the right knee in, hook it behind the left now. See if you can grab that bottom knee and just gently pull a little bit closer into the chest. Stretch your arms out to a T or cactus your arms. Slowly lower those legs in a crisscross position to the right. Spinal twist, keeping the shoulder down, look to the left. Take one more big inhale here. Feel those lungs expand, rib cage, exhale. Using your core muscles, bringing yourself back. Just release the right leg, left leg extends up nice and long, flexing through the foot, one final stretch. And release, hugging your knees into your chest. Relax a little bit of a shape. A rock and roll to a seated position. Extending your legs all the way out in front of you. Gather all that energy from your workout today with one final inhale. And final bow, forward fold. Your last release here. Be proud of all of that hard work you put in today. I hope that you feel strong and ready to accomplish whatever is after this. Very slowly. Sit up nice and tall. Give yourself a hand. Amazing workout with me today. Thank you for joining me. If you want to be a part of the YATTＡ BARRE community, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and right here on YouTube. Subscribe to support my channel, and I hope to see you again soon.
12 solo albums, all platinum. I know y'all ain't talking numbers right. I know y'all ain't talking summers right.